Okay, stream is now live. Be right back.
Hello, all ya good, beautiful people. How you doing? I do have a...
Markiplier?
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. I can't do his voice. I wish I could. I cannot reach that deep.
I cannot either.
We'll see.
Time to pull up the live channel and muting you so I don't hear the spoilers or the incoming airstrikes coming to the sheep.
Why are you so scared of airstrikes in a D&D game, my friend?
Fireball. Fireball's the scariest spell of them all.
No, there's scarier spells than Fireball.
It's for personal reason. That's all.
Why, you firophobic?
Yeah.
Or pyrophobic, however it's pronounced.
Yeah, I'm pyrophobic.
Well, it's a good
I'm
thing
just
you have
scared
a
of
guy
balls.
I can't help you with that. My character is ice based, so there's that. Speaking of, I do have a cool item.
Wait. What's going on? Aren't we starting in like half an hour?
No.
No.
We've been waiting
It's
half an
not-
hour on you.
Oh, wait.
Is it?
Do you have daylight savings
saving?
time?
Yeah, daylight savings
Yeah.
happened today.
Bro, I don't live where I live. We don't do daylight savings time.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. It's it just.
Father
started.
Time decided to say, yeah.
I feel like that might be an important thing to bring up. You know?
Actually, that is important to bring up. Wait a minute. Why didn't we think of that? Anyways, you're
It's
here.
like-
Welcome.
Because it's automatic.
Yeah. So, because that's why I'm kind of like just sitting there. That's why I was like, oh, what's going on? We still have like half an hour before we start, and then suddenly I'm getting pinged. It's like, hey, are you coming? I'm like, huh? What? What's going on?
Oh, did you already do your time change?
No, we
he
don't
doesn't
do
get a
daylight
time
savings over here.
Wait, did we already do daylight savings? Did I miss it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
today.
you missed it. It was
Oh.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
I watched my 1 o'clock turn into 3 o'clock.
Oh, no wonder I got some halfway decent sleep last night. I woke up and I was like, "Hey, I feel kind of refreshed." It's only 12:30.
Looked
Anyway,
at your phone like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I usually
Fast forward 1 hour.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, oh, was it actually? It was the other way around. How did I get so much sleep then? What? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's get the stream started, shall we? Hello and welcome to Wardens of the Weave, everybody. Today we're going to be doing some traumatic things. I'm going to be sitting here, sipping on my goated Skittles green apple flavored water. You know, green apple is probably one of the best underrated flavors, in my opinion. Anyway, for a recap of last session, you guys went down the mountain, you did some stuff, you went to the tomb, and now you're here. Did I miss anything important? No, I'm kidding. So you guys woke up, carried Hazafrath off like he was dead. Halfway down the mountain, you know, nothing of note seemed to happen outside of the fact that you ran into the Archbishop of Sloth, who went on and on ranting about love.
Oh, I remember him. Oh no. Oh, yeah.
I thought he was
remember
lustful,
him.
not slothful.
No, he was.
It is the.
Oh,
You know,
that's-
lust is a completely
Sloth.
different one. Lust is, you know, I don't want to have to do lust.
I also don't want to have to do lust. She's kind of crazy.
The only lust that I really want to do is the one from Full Metal Alchemist, okay?
Well, yeah,
Whoa.
everyone does. What are you talking about? That's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she's got long fingers and wants to stab me. I can fix her.
I could totally fix her.
I
but
can-
you
I
gotta
can
play
fix
into
her.
You gotta play into her
Hey,
strengths, make her feel important, slowly
Hey,
build it up
chat.
in there.
Hey, Chad, don't be like those two. Find a perfectly sane woman, or find someone that you like. Don't be toxic.
Hey, and if she's got a really cool tattoo like right here, and she's got black hair, and says that she's your mother, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have been playing with alchemy. Anyway.
I don't know about that last part, but
No, I said I said it correctly. Maybe you shouldn't be playing with alchemy. That's
the
it.
part before that, the mother biz, probably not.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was
thought
making
that's
a
what I
very,
heard.
I was making a very pointed reference to the show Full Metal Alchemist. The fact that she is Edward and Alphonse's mother.
DM, that's a spoiler.
Hey, the show's been out
no, you're
20
gonna get
years.
Comments.
The show's been out 20 years. I do not care about spoilers at this point. If you haven't seen it, that's on you. Anyway.
That's it. I'm going to Reddit. I'm gonna go on Reddit. I'm gonna rant about this.
My DM spoiled Full Metal Alchemist.
How fucking dare you? You absolutely how dare you?
You know what? You know what?
I'm gonna
put an
be-
M on the asshole.
I'm gonna be looking at what is it? The Den of the Drake tomorrow. Is like, oh, this guy wrote about his DM spoiled Full Metal Alchemist
Hey, don't worry. You'll see.
on
it.
D&D
Give me a
horror
second.
stories.
Give me about putting in D&D horror stories, and I'm gonna make it sound like it's a big problem.
All right. Anyway, after dealing with that, you guys went the rest of the way to Stone Call. You met up with General Tigerclaw. You went into the library. You met with Asarian. You looked for some various books. You tried to speak with Lady Songbird. I don't think you guys met with Setheric, though. Unless you did. I don't think you did.
I don't think we met the guy. We met somebody else that that studied a sphere apparently. I remember that.
Well, I know you guys met Asarian Haleth.
Yeah.
So you guys met him and talked to him about the translation to the key, which he gave you, and that's how you guys are here. I think you guys went and got some potions, if I recall correctly. And General Tigerclaw said he would make a formal introduction to get you guys an audience with Lady Songbird. After this, you guys went down south, went into the ancient forest, which all of you failed your rolls except for... Who was it? Was it Hazafrath? No, Hazafrath failed. Who was it that succeeded? Maybe it was Hazafrath that failed. Or succeeded. I don't know. One of you succeeded. Only one. Even Tashik failed. Which was really... Yeah, so Tashik, by the way, while you're in the forest, you have a -1 to all of your rolls. Just so you know.
Oh.
I think the only one that didn't was... It was either Hasprath or Layroth, I think. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure Layroth failed.
Yeah, I think I
Who
failed.
was it that succeeded then?
Not sure. I do think it was Hazafrath, though. Anyway, you guys went further and deeper into the forest, and come nightfall, you guys witnessed a massive thing walking through the forest with a bunch of fog rolling out. I think 2 of you saw it. And the rest of you were just really confused about what was going on. You guys then, the next day, went down. You saw some relatively new tracks heading down the path you decided to follow. You saw a water witch kind of emerge out of nothingness and then chase you. There's a whole bunch of things about bad perception checks and random forest mishaps going on. You guys decided to make your way to the tomb itself. You said the phrase you were told. The barrier went down. The statues that had originally fought you guys stood aside and let you through. You went down to the basement. You spoke with Rommel Draxon for a little bit. He says, hey, you're going to go through something. I promise you're not going to die. This is considered a mercy. And now we're here, as you are now facing down shadowy versions of yourselves. Did I miss anything important?
Not. Well, besides the cart that we discovered in the forest, I don't think.
Yeah, no,
really
the cart.
important. Yeah. There's that, the statues bent the knee. Not really. I don't think there's anything else.
All right. Well, I need all of you to roll for initiative for me.
Oh God.
We're starting off with initiative.
That was almost a 19.
And I gotta open all of your character sheets. 2,
Yeah, we might be cooked here.
3, 4, and 5.
We have subclasses. It'll be fine.
Will it? Anyway, let's hit the auto initiative button. Okay. Well, the funny looking version of Ithaquah is going to go ahead and rush forward here. Let me pull up Ithaquah's character sheet. It's going to go ahead and cast Ice Knife on Ithaquah. I think a 18 hits you.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's going to hit you for 4 damage. And I need everyone around you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Including myself.
Yep.
Who all is around Ithaquah? Does that
So
mean
a 5-foot radius.
17.
It rolled double ones on the cold damage. So what's your spell save? 11. So I guess Alden
I think so.
and Elbereth.
Well, wait, because Ice Knife is through a Wizard Magic Initiate, which has a different thing going for it, because that's with my Charisma, I believe, since I'm using the...
Well, it's a dex. I think it's the dex with whatever the... Hang on.
Yeah, let me look at the
on a dexterity saving throw, I think the dex save... Oh, sorry. It's a 14.
Yeah.
14. So Alden and Elbereth.
Elbereth has advantage on dex saves unless he's incapacitated.
Well,
so-
you're not incapacitated yet.
The yet.
Okay, dex save. Here we go.
All right, so Elbereth, you succeed.
18.
Okay. Well, Ithaquah, as this ice knife hits you, you take 4 psychic damage.
Okay.
And this guy's gonna back up a little bit. Now it's the Elbereth's turn. You're gonna see him pull out a hand axe.
Uh-oh.
And he's gonna chuck it.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I guess he gets to throw 2 hand axes, right? Because they're light. Or is it? Or am I thinking wrong?
I think he can attack
If
with
he's-
2 hand axes, but I don't know if he can throw 2.
Okay. Well, I guess he'll just throw 1 hand axe at you. And he's gonna miss. Yeah, anyway, so whatever. That's fine. And then he'll back up a little bit. I'm just gonna remove Hazafrath from all this because he's already done his. So, and I don't want to have to go through that additional slog if I can avoid it. Anyway, Tashik, you're up.
Tashik, you're muted.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
thank you. Much appreciated. Did not know that. Is this the thing that you sent me in my DMs?
No.
Oh God. Oh,
Did you
no.
already look
I'm
at
still-
it?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me what it is, right?
I'll tell you when to look at it.
Okay. Okay. Alright, huh. You know, Tashika's gonna look at all of them. He's hurting his companions. Not gonna spend a starry for him just yet. He's gonna go and use starry. He's gonna go and fling a starry wisp at Ithiqua, Shadow Ithiqua.
I was gonna say, like, what? What'd I do? I didn't do nothing.
F you.
Trust, man.
Trust the process. It'll all make sense eventually.
20.
That's what they said back in my homeland before. I escaped.
What kind of damage is it?
It's radiant.
Ooh, in that case, yeah, that does hit.
So that it takes 4 damage
Okay.
and it sheds 10-foot worth of dim light. And
Okay.
It cannot go invisible.
Well,
And
it's
as a
gonna look
bonus
real.
action.
Okay.
As a bonus action with that starry wisps, you would see follow up with it a fucking dart.
Okay.
It gets flashbang and a dart on its face. Let rolla. Where is it? 17.
The dart passes straight through its form,
Oh,
but each of you're gonna hear that one shriek in agony, and every single eye from all 5 of the shadows is gonna turn to look at you directly.
Uh-oh.
Runs.
Spaghetti-O.
Runs, I think I've made all of them mad at me. You take care of that. I will walk. I'm gonna be walking right here. I pat Elbrith on the shoulder and Ithiqua on the shoulder. You got this.
Okay.
And end my turn. There, in between all of them.
All right, Leroth, you're up.
Okay. Jeez. I don't like the way that the dart worked, so... Can I cast Hunter's Mark on one of these guys?
Sure.
Well, let's see. Damage has already been done to Ithiqua. However... I think I want to shoot myself.
Okay. Do you want to learn what its resistances and vulnerabilities are? Because I think you can do that with
yeah.
Hunter's Mark, right?
Yeah.
I believe
Okay.
so. You get to learn.
Oh,
It is vulnerable to radiant. It is resistant to cold. And it is immune to literally everything else.
Oh. Well. Oh.
The one time we needed the holy man, and the holy man isn't here to preach.
Don't worry,
Why didn't you
I shall
plan
act in
this?
his stead.
If you're asking if this is a planned TPK, then yes, it is. But like I said, this is not going to kill you guys. This is meant to lead into the next thing.
Uh-oh.
okay,
Unskippable cutscene coming up, guys.
It's character development. It's growth. You know, nothing like a little bit of trauma.
I am here.
If you would see my face, I'm shaking my head with pure disappointment. Pure disappointment.
Oh man, that's great.
Okay, well, if I cannot hurt myself, then can I try communicating with myself?
You could certainly try.
Actually, I hold my hands up. We understand each other. Surely we can. There's some discussion to be had here. I'm just trying to reason with myself. What do I? What should I roll for that?
I mean, it doesn't seem to respond or react.
Okay. Figured that much. I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Well, the Shadow Layroth is going to point its bow. It's going to move over to here, and it's going to point its bow and arrow at Tashik.
Sorry, Tashik.
And it's going to fire a shot. With a 16 to hit.
Wait, just a moment. Pulling on my character sheet.
You have an AC of 16. And
Wait, does defender wins?
no. Meets beats.
Oh.
Which means you're going to take 13 psychic damage.
Gang. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad, gang.
Like Zoink Scoob.
Like zoinks. I'm pretty bloodied, guy. I'm
Alright.
pretty bloodied right now.
Alright, Ithaquah, you're up.
Okay. You know what? Ithaquah kind of thinking on what the guy said earlier. He's gonna do something a bit of a gamble here. He's gonna kind of use his bonus action to do a cunning action to dash here and to kind of get a bit closer and personal. And since I don't have any radiant, but I do got me some freezing stuff, so I don't have high AC, so this should work just fine. I'm going to return this jackass the favor and use my magic initiate ice knife on his pale ass. 25 to hit.
It hits him.
Alright. It's a 3.
Okay.
Roll his save.
Let's see how well it does. Does a 21 pass?
Yeah, it does.
So it takes 2 cold damage, and then the ice knife explodes.
Alright, that is my turn.
Okay. Alden.
You know, now that I really think about it, we do really resemble a circus more so than a group of adventurers. Oh well. Time to call the horde. No more playing around this time. Time to get serious. Alden's going to move 30 feet and engage Shadow Tashik.
Okay.
Head to head.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him with my greatsword. Does the 13 hit?
No.
Fuck. That is my turn.
He's like, yeah! Aw.
Alright, well,
Time to show
Shadow
who's
Alden is
who's
going to
the
go
shadow
ahead
demon
and get right
boss.
here behind you, and he's going to try to stab you with your greatsword.
Oh, this is gonna be a shish kebab, isn't it?
It's going to miss. I don't think an 11 hits you.
No, an 11 does not hit.
Okay. Well, now it's Shadow Tashik's turn. And Shadow Tashik doesn't like the fact that you're doing this, so he's actually going to step back here. And then he's going to use Guiding Bolt. And it's gonna miss. Because why would it ever hit? Anyway, Elbrith, you're up.
So Elberth can't really do anything, I guess, if they're immune to everything. So the only thing that Elberth could possibly do is do wild magic with his rage, and there's one effect on the table that does radiant damage, but it's like a 1 in 8. And if we're supposed to lose this, probably just gonna save resources.
Oh, don't worry. You can use all your resources. I'm going to give you guys a long rest before it becomes relevant again.
Okay, well, none of my resources seem to do anything, I don't think. So,
Just hug your doppelganger.
yeah, Elberth will walk up to Alden, or the fake Alden. And he'll end his turn, I guess.
Okay. Well, Ithaquah is going to go ahead and... because he got hit by Tashik, he's going to turn his attention to Tashik. And going to go ahead and fire off a short bow. It's going to miss. Because why would he ever hit? And then he's going to walk up right here next to Ithaquah. Alright. Elberith is going to go ahead and run over here next to Elberith. And he's going to hit Elberith. With your maul that you have. A 20 does hit you. For 14 psychic damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Elberth isn't trying to avoid these hits, I guess, since there's not really much to be done, so you don't have to roll to hit if you don't want to.
Okay, I'll make that nice and easy then. Alright, Tashik, you're up.
Tashik, quick question. Do you have a weapon?
I do. It's the darts. It's worthless right now. I also have my radiant damage. Knowing that this is a problem, Tashik will enter his starry form as his carapace suddenly turns into a more nebulous figure. And alright, well, in this form, I'm gonna enter Chalice mode. And Archer mode. And I'm gonna cast. Does it have to be leveled for the super guiding bolt? Sorry,
Wait,
form.
are you
yeah,
upcasting?
No. I'm just reading okay. So when you activate this form, you can make a ranged attack. Okay. Allows. Okay. I'm gonna go and use as my action Starry Wisp once more at Ithaquah. Shadow Ithaquah, just to clarify. Shadow Ithaquah. That's a miss. And since I hurled a spell at it, I believe I can use a luminous arrow to fire at a different target. So I'm gonna fire another one at Shadow Elbreth.
Okay.
19.
That one does hit.
Okay.
That is Elbereth's AC.
Oof. 5 radiant damage.
Okay. You're gonna see it turn around and look at you.
Friends, I'm dead. Good luck.
All right,
Be avenged.
all right, Layroth, you're up.
All right. So Layroth is gonna run in front of Elbereth and Alden to at least block any shots coming from himself. And just to get his own, the attention of evil Layroth. Maybe that's the good one.
Okay, and you're okay. You're running. You're running from here to here, or here to here.
From
Yeah.
here to here. Why?
Because you're entering and leaving Elbereth's the shadow of Elbereth's space.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, how does 14 psychic damage sound?
It sounds wonderful.
I got 6, a 6, a 1, a 1, a 1, and then plus 5.
It's like a shot of vodka.
And this tastes bitter.
At 14 it was?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna just shoot an arrow at Shadow Layroth for just because.
Okay. That is a miss, I believe. Yeah, it's a miss.
Yep.
So your AC is only is 16.
Yeah, 16. Okay, and that's it.
All right. Well, the Shadow Layroth is going to go ahead and continue shooting at Tashik, because Tashik seems to be doing damage to people.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
23, 4, 7 psychic damage.
The sheik will crumble down to the ground.
All right. What you guys are going to witness, you're going to see the Shadow Tashik immediately be drawn over to where Tashik is, and it's going to enter into him and disappear.
Oh.
Oh,
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
That's an interesting in-body experience.
He's melding into me. I don't like
she got body snatched.
All right.
Mm.
It is now. Actually, and then afterwards, the fake Layroth will go ahead and move to right there for reasons yet undisclosed. Anyway, it is now Ithaca's turn.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something a little bit stupid here. I'm just gonna hug my shadow form. What happens?
Well, your arms pass through it.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Love won't save you in this match.
There is no power of friendship. Not anymore.
I can't just eat it?
It is not chocolate cake, no.
Damn it. I'm more of a caramel guy anyway. I'll just take a swing at him with my freaking short sword.
Yeah, trying to hug your shadow is a free action, so...
Look, it was worth a try. Okay.
It looks like you
19.
should be stabbing him in the face, but you miss. It just goes straight through.
Okay. Well, I'm prepared for what's gonna happen next.
Okay.
My turn is over.
Alright, Alden, you're up.
Alright. Alden's just gonna scratch his chin and be like, if our weapons cannot hurt them, maybe they can hurt themselves. With that in mind, he's going to move to attack Shadow Elbereth.
Okay, well first the one is going to go ahead and take its opportunity attack on you.
Go ahead.
It's gonna miss, but it still tried.
I'm going to parry that action.
Alright, you try to parry. Your attempt to parry goes straight through. the weapon. It doesn't seem to connect to anything.
All right. Alden is going to attack. Sorry, not parry. Riposte. Alden is going to use Menacing Strike. For that, I have to roll to attack again. As my formal action. Does a 17 hit Shadow Albrecht?
It does not.
Fuck! That ends my turn then.
Okay. Well, the fake Alden is going ahead and he's going to just move over here, and he's going to take another swing at you with your greatsword. That one does hit, and it does 9 psychic damage.
All right.
And it is now Elbereth's turn.
Elbereth will pass his turn.
Okay. Are you letting things hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, the fake Ithaqua is going to go ahead and go stabby stab. Dagger dagger. First is a miss. Also a miss. So 2 misses. It just misses. The fake Elbereth is going to hit. I'll just go ahead and roll damage. Actually, no, I lied. This is a new round. So this you're gonna see a flash of darkness emanate from each one of these guys. So Ithaqua, you're going to take 1 psychic damage. Alden, Elbereth, and Layroth, you're going to take 3 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then Elbereth, it's going to hit you for an additional 15 psychic damage.
All right, Elbereth is on the ground.
All right, your shadow is going to enter into you and disappear.
Oh no, our tank. Oh no, our tank.
It is now Layroth's turn.
Okay.
Got this.
Layroth will throw his bow to the ground and say a prayer.
We're praying to gods now. Hell yes.
That's his turn.
Okay.
We're giving up.
Well, it's going to look. It's going to look down on you here, not metaphorically speaking, and it's going to try to stab you. I don't know if you're letting it stab you, but it got a 12.
Yeah, just,
Oh, you're letting it stab you?
yes.
Well, in that case, it's going to do minimum damage, so 5 psychic damage. I know, brilliant.
Layroth just keeps praying through it.
Okay. Ithaqua, you're up.
You know what? Yeah, no, just the only thing I'm going to do is just kind of do the same thing, just kind of pray.
Okay.
Pray to your gods.
I pray to the to the Fae. They hear
And
my
it's-
call.
All right.
Hey, and the face smiles back, you know, like this.
And crying is a free action, by the way. Anyway.
I'm crying, damn it.
Alden, you see your allies kneel down and begin to pray after Elbereth falls.
Alden just goes in and says, "Pathetic." He attacks his shade.
Is this like the first chapter of solo
Well,
leveling? Do we have?
The 12 misses. That ends my turn.
Okay. Well, it's going to try to hit you back.
All right.
With a 22 to hit for 11 psychic damage.
Okay.
Alright, new round. You're going to see another flash of blackness emanate from these things. Ithaqua, you're going to take 2 psychic damage this time. Layroth and Alden, you're both going to take 4 points of psychic damage this time.
Okay.
Dungeon Master, do I make a death saving throw?
No.
Or...
You are not dying. You are simply unconscious.
Oh no. What evil sorcery do you plan?
Oh, don't worry, it's coming. Anyway, Ithaca, it's going to try to stab you twice again. Hopefully it hits you at some point. It does hit you, okay. As it does 5 points of psychic damage, which I believe knocks...
No, I've still got 1 HP left.
You got 1 HP, so yeah, you're still up by 1.
I didn't hear no damn bell.
Layroth, are you still praying?
Layroth will stay kneeling, but just stop praying and look the shadow Layroth in the face region.
Alright, are you letting it hit you?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's gonna hit you. You know, for 8 points of psychic damage. And as you go down, it's going to enter you, and as you fall unconscious. Leaving just Alden and Ithaca at this point. Alden, you're up.
Alright. It seems that the only way to beat them is to defeat ourselves. I will not allow a shade to bring me to my knees. Alden takes out his great sword and impales himself with it.
What?
I'm going to say he
What? Excuse me,
and
what?
he do critical damage on himself.
What?
In God's name?
You're falling on your own sword?
What?
I'm not letting this thing kill me.
Okay, I mean, okay, sure. Yeah, you fall on your sword, and you do max damage.
Alright, let's go.
I think-
Roll, baby, roll.
I don't think he fell on his sword. I think he commits seppuku.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, I think.
And then as Alden falls to the ground with a pool of blood flowing out of him, he looks with a smirk at his shadow. 2 weeks to claim my life.
All right. Well,
my
as
God.
you're bleeding out, you're gonna see it stretch down, and it's going to go ahead and like enter into you just because it just does that. As you fall unconscious, hitting 0 HP. Anyway,
Alright.
Ithaca, it's gonna flash again, and this time you're just gonna take 4 psychic damage.
I'm
So-
down now.
Yeah. And with that, the tomb falls into silence. And Alden, with your last dying breaths, you're going to see Rommel Draxon reappear. And he's going to walk up to you. And he's going to go ahead and cast Spare the Dying on you. So you can't bleed out.
Making death saves.
No, you're not making death saves. I'm saying that under ordinary circumstances with psychic damage, you wouldn't be making death saves, not in this case. But because you decided to stab yourself, that's not, you know, Rommel's reappearing again to cast Spare the Dying to make sure you just don't actually die.
Okay.
The rest of us wake up and Alden's just gone.
He's just lying in a pool of blood. Anyway, so now we need to figure out who's going in what order. So who wants to go first?
Let the dice
Is it a
Not
fight?
it. I don't want to look at the
dice
Eldritch
choose.
that.
If it's a fight, I'll go first. If I can stand.
Oh, there's some sort of fight happening.
Oh. I don't want to look at the
It is the
spoilers
conflict
thinking.
within ourselves and our diabetes.
So who's first?
Me. I'll
Okay.
go first.
All right. All right. Well, that makes it nice and easy. I can just start from the very top. Scroll up until I get here. Find Alden. Where's Alden? No, hang on. There we go. So this sequence of events is going to involve spoiler stuff for each of your backstories. Are you guys okay with me illustrating each other's backstories to a certain extent, or do you want me to make this private?
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, if you want me to like keep your stuff private and like isolate it away from everyone else, I can do that. So just let me know. Let's see, am I at the right one? You wake and you find yourself standing inside the high carved beams in your family estate, where every polished surface gleams with wealth that was meant to look eternal. Candlelight burns low and uneven. Somewhere deeper, there's a door hanging open. Another bangs softly in the draft. The silence feels wrong here, not empty, but waiting. And then the voices begin. Your father's voice reaches you first, sharp and venomous, already half drunk on anger. Where were you?
I'd like to know the answer to that question myself.
Your mother follows. Her words dripped in that familiar poison. Of course he wasn't there. He should have been. And soon your sisters follow in, laughing under her breath. Another mutters something about your envy. Your aunt says nothing useful at all, just enough to be present, not useful enough to help, though. As you move deeper into the manor, you see it. Drawers ripped open, cabinets ajar, velvet display linings exposed like flayed skin. The place where your family treasure should rest is empty. The absence of it seems louder than anything else in the room. Your grandfather stands nearby, pale and shaking, as though the years have all arrived at once, and he stares at the empty place with wet, glassy eyes, unable to understand how something so precious could simply be gone.
An unnecessary reminder of my duty. Tell me, this vision over?
You feel a hand on your shoulder as your brother steps forward. He says, Vern. What are you talking about?
Not a simple illusion, that. No, a psychological attack.
You let this happen. You should have protected it. You should have protected us.
Trying to play upon my guilt. Fascinating.
And you're going to see his look of confusion turn from, to turn into something with a bit more ire in it. As you see his skin darken, you'll see dripping pools of ink come from out of his eyes as you see his skin blacken. Each of your family members does the same thing, as they seem to turn into shadow versions of themselves.
Alden's just gonna take out his brand spanking new smoking pipe and be like, I guess here we go. And begin smashing each and every one of them with his pipe, his brother included.
With remorseless guilt, you just begin to kill and assassinate each and every single one of your family members. But you notice that as they go down, they seem to just respawn and reappear nearby, and then continue to attack you in response to your attacks.
Alden just laughs maniacally. He says, "You are all old, weak, and decrepit. Your might, you pose no threat to me." As he takes more and more sips from his pipe, and continues just bashing them over the head, over and over again.
Okay. So this, well, this seems to be a short battle, seems to extend. You thought it would last seconds, but it's now minutes. And now, minutes extends longer. This assault is carrying on for, now it feels like hours. Or is it longer than that? Time dilates as it extends out to days, if not weeks, if not months. You seem to be relishing yourself in the whole thing.
As one must.
Until eventually, you see the estate vanish like breath from glass. Cold air cuts your face. Stone under your boots. There's a narrow mountain path curling upward into the gray. The world has shrunk to wind, rock, and distance. A modest fire crackles nearby against the night sky. Just enough to hold back the edge of the cold. Packs resting against a stone. Bedrolls, weapons. You remember being here. This was the night before the ambush. You see Bear, you see Kier. You see Hazafrath, back when he was still a cleric.
Alden just looks around confused. What treachery is this?
It's not treachery, just go get some sleep. I'm on watch tonight.
Say so. But Alden, before going to sleep, realizes that this probably cannot be, since he's refusing to take any chances. It's like, I'm afraid I must do this. Come, my former brethren, come at me with your lives. Bring all you have and more to bear against me.
What are you talking about?
You will understand in time. Just kill me, damn it!
Quit being violent. You're drawing attention to this place. If we're going to be attacked by bandits, you're only bringing them to us.
True, but trust me, I think that is the only way to dispel this.
And almost like a prophecy, the first arrow hisses out of the dark past your face and sinks into the tree next to you. Shouts break the quiet as Hazafrath shouts to rouse your allies. Figures rush from behind Jagged Rock. You see Honest Timothy, see Leggy Logan, and the other bandits. Scavenged armor, blades drawn, their voices harsh with the confidence of men who think they have found easy prey. Steel begins to meet steel, boots scraping stone. Someone curses, someone screams. What do?
Alden just relishes in just the sheer carnage of the entire situation, and just attacks friend and foe alike. He just enters a mindless bloodlust.
Okay. Well, as you strike down foes and allies alike, they begin to ask why.
Alden just looks at them and says, because it is what I can do. And it is in the absence of options that I choose this one. But there is no alternative.
As the bloodshed continues, the bandits all fall. But so too do your allies. As they lie on the ground defeated, blood pouring from their wounds. It seems whatever you thought this trial was, perhaps you were wrong.
You can always start over. Alden just puts his pipe up to his mouth, takes a sip of some tobacco, lets out a long drawn-out sigh, just looks in any random direction, says, I guess I'll just walk and see what happens.
You hear some voices on the wind. Pretender and a thief. You're a parasite, nothing more. You wear another man's face. And you would slay your allies. For what?
Want to break out of the spell. They are not my real allies. It's just an illusion. I needed a way to break the illusion, so I could help my friends. I could return to my true confidence. And thus I tried multiple different approaches to break it, to get out of it. Try whatever attacks you might. I guarantee you. I will break you long before you break me.
If you insist. So you feel the world fall into darkness. But it doesn't take you for long. When your sight returns, you find yourself standing in a hallway so refined it feels obscene. The floor beneath your feet is polished stone veined with gold. Tall windows line one wall, though beyond them there's no world you can trust, only dim colorless light, as if the place exists somewhere outside the reach of any proper sky. Along the wall stand narrow tables, glass displays, carved pedestals, and black iron brackets holding objects with the reverence of holy relics. They don't appear to be relics of faith, but they appear to be relics of people. You see a wedding band rests beside a cracked family seal, a child's carved toy beneath a silver funeral mask, signet rings, lockets, inheritance ledgers, all sorts of various pieces, each one rare, beautiful, and intimate. Valuable not merely in gold, but in consequence. It doesn't seem like this is a collection, but a graveyard, built from what families loved most. And at the end of the hall, a single door stands open, warm golden light spilling from within.
Alden looks at the light, and he says that is too bright for someone like me. Walks away from it.
There doesn't seem to be any exit to this building.
Guess I have no choice. I walk towards the light.
Okay. The moment you cross the threshold, you see upon velvet draped stand at the center of the chamber rests your family's treasure. Untouched. Whole. Real.
I grow tired of this. Tell me, magician. Tell me, caster. What is it you seek from me? Provided you can hear me in these visions.
You're gonna hear a voice come from the side of the room. I don't know who it is you speak of, but it seems you're after this wonderful little thing. And what a remarkable thing it is.
Identify yourself.
He seems to be dressed in this impossible elegance, every line of him composed, every detail chosen. His smile is measured, almost kind. He seems to wear a hat that blocks view of his eyes.
Vincent, I assume?
Oh, no. Vincent was but a beautiful tool.
I see. So the heart of the Hydra has shown itself. A pleasure to make your acquaintance today.
I know of you, Vern. You may refer to me as the Gentleman of Borrowed Faces.
I shall refer to you as a soon-to-be puddle on the ground. Alden unsheaths his smoking pipe slash mace, smoking pipe club, and then charges at him at full force.
Okay. You're gonna see him dance out of the way, picking up your family's treasure. This thing
Keep
is...
your filthy hands off of our property.
Oh, your property, you say. And what do you think it is worth? It doesn't seem to be very costly.
Worth more than your life.
Oh. It's actually... its cost is probably the least interesting quality. It seems this thing is what holds your family together. The jealousy, the suspicion. How little pressure did it take to make your house fall and begin eating itself?
It took countless decades of meticulous planning, creating it bit by bit, person by person, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, till ultimately it fell. What killed my family was not some kind of genius, just the passage of time. Just a bunch of people going senile. That's all it is.
Oh, if you say so. Then I suppose this is of no worth to you then. And you're going to see him clench the treasure in his fist as he crushes it. The sound is small. Just a crisp, delicate sound of something precious giving way forever. And you're going to feel your heart burst with pain. And involuntarily, your body begins to convulse.
I see, so I was meant to destroy the treasure then, to get out.
Your hands
Now
seem
it
to
makes sense.
change as this swelling clogs your throat, preventing you from speaking. Your skin crawls as though it's forgotten what shape it's meant to hold. Your breath catches halfway between two voices before it stops. You see the reflection flash in a polished floor beneath you, shifting. Human, not human, something stolen, something lost. And this man looks at you with fascination. Ah, yes. There you are. It feels as though every false name, every borrowed feature, every desperate thread holding your life together is being hooked and torn apart. Your bones ache with the memory of the wrong body. Your throat locks around names that no longer agree with one another. The room spins with broken gold light and splintered identity. And then you begin to fall. And as you strike the floor, you feel your consciousness begin to fade. It says, when you come before me next, I wonder which of you will remain. And you see his smile before the blackness swallows everything.
Wow.
And then,
Badass.
as you open your eyes, you find yourself in a gray expanse, facing down your shadow once again. Go ahead and roll
I
for
see.
initiative.
Let's go. Let's do this. Well,
12?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you get to go first. Go ahead and hit that long rest button first.
all right. Where is that? Overall hit dice. Confirm. Long rest taken. Alden's just going to make a beeline directly for his shadow. And
Okay.
attack him. His greatsword. I think gets stat block for whatever the sword does. Swing and a miss. It misses. His turn.
I'm not seeing your rolls at this point.
Oh, weird. I rolled a 6.
Okay. It's gonna pull out the great sword and swing at you with a 13 to hit, which I believe still misses.
Yeah, misses.
So it's your turn again.
Okay. God, that's a miss for me. End of my turn.
Okay.
I'm so sorry if I'm boring the rest of the party, by the way.
Well, it's gonna take another swing at you with a 25 to hit, and then it'll action surge and attempt to hit you again with a 27 to hit.
Ooh.
As it does 15 total slashing damage.
15 damage. Got it.
And now it is your turn.
Alden's going to attack it again. His great sword. How the fuck do I keep rolling so bad? That ends my turn.
Well, what'd you get? I don't see what you're getting.
A 6.
Okay. Because its AC is not the same as yours anymore. So you can still have,
Oh,
you still
okay.
might hit it.
Oh,
So
13. 13 is what I rolled.
so 13 does hit.
Oh, okay. What damage then?
All right.
5 damage.
Okay. It did get a 16 just now, so I believe that does hit. And you're going to take 11 slashing damage.
Alright. Now whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I thought it was still its turn.
No. The action surge only lets it attack one more time. That's it.
Okay. 7.
A 7 misses.
How much I roll? That ends my turn.
Okay. It'll try to hit you again. With a nat 20, I don't think you're surviving that one.
No, I'm not. I only have 5 hit points.
Yeah, that's 21 slashing damage. So as you fall, you're going to see you'll see it's kneel down next to you as your body's paralyzed, and it's going to say, "You should take more care when you're dealing with things that you do not know about." And it's going to fade to blackness. And go ahead and hit that long rest button. And if you want to go ahead and start your level up process, feel free to do so. Because you are leveling up.
Oh, we're leveling up.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, who's next?
Elberth will go next.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You know, this is actually perfect. Like, this is great. Okay. Is this the right one here? Okay. So, you wake and you find that the world around you is soft and warm. You feel yourself at home again. The smell reaches you first. Meat, herbs, bread still warm enough to steam in the center when torn. Lamplight painting the room in amber and gold. The table is worn by years of use, scarred in places by old knives and careless mugs, but it's sturdy. This is a home that's known laughter more than silence. Your mother moves easily through the room, settling the last of a meal on the table with practiced hands. Your father has only just returned. There's dust on him from the road, the smell of leather and steel, but also the unmistakable steadiness that's always made the room feel safer whenever he entered.
Elberth will look at himself, like, is he in any way different? Because I guess the last thing he remembers is being attacked, of course.
You're younger.
Does Elberth recognize how young he is? Like maybe what year this is?
It's like developmental years. You know. Well, like well before you left home.
And you said he's somewhere soft and warm. Is he like in a bed
Well,
right
no,
now?
no,
or-
you're at home. Like yeah, warm and soft atmosphere.
Okay. He will walk up to his mother then, in that case, and say hello, I guess.
Barry, go ahead and wash up and sit down. We're about to have dinner.
Elbereth will do so in that case. But he's a little suspicious of all this, of course.
And as you sit,
He'll wash up and sit at the table in the way that centaurs sit at their centaur table.
your father pulls up a chair. It scrapes along the floor, and someone exhales through the nose in quiet amusement. It seems like your average dinner. This is home. It seems as though whatever you were experiencing was but a nightmare, and that there is still plenty of time.
Does Elberth feel this, or is this just something that he assumes?
Well, this is something that you're feeling, yeah.
But he still remembers being attacked before by shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah?
And obviously now it's like this situation where he's like might have lost years of his life or something. So he's still suspicious in a sense, until say welcome back to his father, I guess.
And as you say this, you'll note the front door bursts inward. The sound is not merely wood breaking. You hear a shrill sound as the room chills. The warm light gutters, bending away from the doorway as something dark enters with it. Not a beast, not a man, not fully. A shape with infernal malice clinging to it like smoke from a pit. A horned silhouette. Black iron, ember red eyes flashing through the dim. As your father turns to address the invader, a blade punches through your father's chest. The motion is sudden and brutal, efficient. The sound that your mother makes does not belong to a language.
Are there any weapons, like on the table or on the walls or nearby?
Your father's great axe is on the wall.
Elberth will take it then, or rush over to it and grab it.
By the time you reach it, your mother has also already been stabbed. It seems were too slow. Your father body...
Elberth
Go ahead.
will attack this horned silhouette thing then. Or at least try to with the great axe.
But before the axe connects, it dodges out of the way before it rushes across the room and jumps out the window.
Elberth will look at his dad and mom and try and assess their condition.
The room begins to darken around the edges, blood running across the floorboards like black ink. Your mother laying on her face, your father attempting to stand up onto his hands and knees. But you see shadows gathering beneath him that are deep, too thick, too alive, as they spread up their limbs in tendrils of darkness, swallowing color and then shape. Your father's form shudders as he looks at you, saying, "You were not strong enough."
Elbereth will say, that doesn't matter right now. We need to get you help. And he'll try and pick up his father, sort of, and he's trying to take him out to get help from somewhere.
As you try to pick him up, you note that he starts twitching and writhing as he starts to growl. He assumes his full posture, looking down at you. Who he is now, it's not your father. His eyes glowing red. As he extends his hands, his claws outstretched, he takes a swipe at you. You did not stop it. You watched. You let us die.
Elbereth will, he's confused about this, I guess, since his father turns into like some sort of monster. And he's not going to attack him. But he will say, Father, what are you doing? I'm your son. And Elbereth will
You
try
are
and
my
sort of
son.
defend himself.
No longer. And he will continue to try to attack. And amidst this confusion, you're going to feel your mother's hand grip onto your leg and try to pull you down.
Elbereth will try and get out of that if he can.
Are you simply going to run, or are you going to fight? What is your plan here?
Elbereth's not going to fight his parents particularly because he doesn't really know if they're still his parents, and he's all the shadows and stuff. Maybe there's something in the back of his mind that's like, maybe this isn't real, you know. It's starting to seem more like a nightmare than a memory. But he's still not going to fight them. He's going to leave the house.
All right. And as you flee, your father pursues you. It seems as though you're being chased.
Where is outside? Is this in Serpentia?
It seems to be the Freedom States. It seems to be Serpentia, but something is off about it. The forest is overtaken with darkness and shadow.
Would I know anything about where the Adventurers Guild is here?
Yeah, you'd know.
And so I guess Elbereth will try and go there and escape his father who's chasing him.
All right. As you do, you note that the forest seems to stretch, bend, and twist, leading back to your home. It seems as though you're stuck in here. And despite your efforts to run away, the time passes and elongates. And similar to what Alan experienced, you experience time dilation. What feels like months pass as you continuously flee from your father. And then suddenly you blink. You're standing in this ancient forest. You were just here, not too long ago. The air thick with wet earth, bark, old leaves. Senses are dulled.
What forest does it look like?
The
you
one,
mean
the
like
ones you guys are in.
The magical sort of blue-looking one.
Yeah.
Is there anything around him at all?
So you have the canopy that's smothering the sky. What little light remains filters down in the sickly blue shafts. Your companions are moving nearby. Their shapes are familiar between the trunks. Ordinary sounds of travel. There's no bird
Elberth
songs, no
will-
insects, nothing.
Elberth will go up to his companions then in that case.
And as you do, one of them's going to say, "Hush, you hear that?"
Does this person say it to me, or are they just saying it
Yeah.
in general?
Well, yeah, they're saying it to you.
Okay. Are they still moving? Are they still?
Yeah, so
Doing
they'll
anything?
stop and they'll be looking out through the trees.
Elberth will look in the same direction as the rest of them, I suppose, and maybe put himself between them and whatever they're looking at.
You see a branch bend where no hand can be seen, a shape slipping between two trees, too tall, too thin. Another crosses behind the party a little bit farther off. Red eyes glinting for only an instant before vanishing again. And then another, and another. And you realize you're being stalked. The scent reaches you next, sulfur and rot. Hot blood spilled on old stone, wet ash dragged through the roots of the forest. Abyssal, hungry. Cruel in a way that does not think itself cruel at all.
So does Elberth sort of recognize this scent, I suppose?
I don't... go ahead and make a nature check for me. You don't recognize it.
Okay. Well, how many sort of eyes does he see?
Oh, you see all sorts of eyes. Because they burst from the tree line in a frenzy of claws, teeth, shrieking laughter, ragged flesh. You see some things with 2 heads, something with 3 limbs. Your allies meet them head on. Steel rings, magic flares. Someone shouts your name, you hear curses, bodies crashing through the bramble and brush as the forest now becomes a slaughter ground.
I suppose Elberth is participating in this fight then, trying to help his companions.
Okay. For a moment, there's still hope. And then one of your allies falls. Ithaquah. And then another follows. Alden. And then another. Tashik. One by one, each of them is brought down in the chaos. Some dragged to the roots. Some thrown bleeding against trees. Some taken behind a tide of claws and blackened limbs. You turn to help one and then another. But every choice comes too late to save your friends. Every direction holds loss.
So is Elberth the only one who's sort of still conscious and fighting, I guess?
Yes.
Then he'll try and run.
So as you run, these beasts pursue you. It seems they don't get tired.
Does Elberth remember the way that they sort of came into the forest at all?
Sure. It's about a day's journey.
he'll try and retrace his steps then and go on that path to try and leave the forest.
Alright. After what feels like an hour of running, you come back and you find yourself again amidst your fallen comrades. Not sure if you've ran in a circle. But it seems the demons behind you have either lost you or they're far enough behind.
So they're not like anywhere near the rest of Elbereth's companions anymore.
No.
Elbereth will try and load up his companions onto his like horse half, and carry them.
As you go to pick them up, you see shadows pouring from their wounds like ink from broken vessels.
Does Elbereth have any healing potions on him? He's like checking himself, I suppose.
He does not. And then you hear a voice. You were too weak. You were too slow.
Does Elbereth recognize the voice at all?
Yeah, it's your allies.
So are they saying this now? Like, is
Yes.
the voice coming from them, their bodies?
Yes. Yep.
Elbereth will sort of ignore it and just continue putting them on his back and carrying them out. Maybe one of them is in like his human hands, like whoever's the lightest he's carrying by hand.
You could not protect us. You were never enough. You wanted to be like him, but when it mattered, you failed.
Elbereth will, I suppose, maybe he's carrying Tashik. I assume Tashik is the lightest. Maybe Ithaqua's the lightest, who knows? But whoever's in his arms, he'll look at them and he'll say, you need to keep your strength. You should not talk right now. You could die very soon.
So I'll say it's Ithaqa. Ithaqa
Okay.
will turn his head to look at you, and you're going to see his eyes darken into a void of blackness. And you're going to hear the crunching sounds of his bones as he seems to be changing right in your arms.
Elbereth will quickly drop him in that case.
And as you turn to look, all of your allies seem to be turning into these shadowy forms of themselves. And they begin to circle you. Those familiar forms made mantras. Every friend now a dark reflection of the fear that has followed you since childhood.
So they sort of turn into shadows, I guess, of themselves.
Yep.
I guess Elbereth probably is remembering again that before any of this was even sort of happening, that he was fighting shadow versions of everybody. He'll try and run, I guess, if he can get, like, they're circling him, but if he can, like, find an opening, he'll try and escape.
Okay. All right. You begin running, and as you run, you note that you find yourself approaching the edge of the forest.
Is it like a tree line, or is it like...
Yeah, there's a tree line.
Okay. Elbereth will leave the forest in that case.
Okay. The forest tears open into red sky. Heat crushes the breath from your lungs. The ground beneath your feet is black stone split by glowing seams, as though the world itself is cracked and never healed. The air reeks of iron, sulfur, scorched flesh, and old blood left too long in the sun, and every inhale tastes like a wound. The horizon is a bruise-colored wasteland, of ash and distant fire. Somewhere far off, war horns groan through the haze. Winged things wheel against the red sky. In the distance, something vast screams, and the sound rolls across the land like a blade dragged over bone. At your feet, a trail of blood winds downward into a ravine of jagged stones and darkness. Behind you are your shadowed friends, still pursuing you.
Is the ravine sort of like, I guess, is this seemingly like the only landmark?
Yeah, the only achievable landmark at this point in time. It seems like it might be shelter.
Is there like a path down it?
Yes.
Elbereth will go on that path then
Okay.
to try and escape the shadowy monsters.
As you descend, the sense of pursuit begins. At first, it's only the scrape of claws on stone behind you, and then the hiss of wings overhead. Guttural voices from different depths of the dark. Some infernal in their cruel order, and some abyssal in their slavery and chaos. They're both here, devils and demons. Hunters who should hate one another, and yet, for this moment, seem to be united by something deeper than rivalry. This blood trail leads to a great hollow in the stone, a basin blackened by ancient violence. At its center rests a colossal egg, its obscene in scale towering above you. Its surface slick and veined like something living and wounded at once. Dark crimson light pulses faintly beneath its shell, as if blood itself beats inside it like a heart trying to hatch. At the base of the egg lies a minotaur's skull, broken horns and empty sockets. A shape you seem to know before your mind is willing to admit it.
Is Elbereth will like look behind him. Is he still being pursued, even in here?
Yes, the hunters close in behind you. You can hear them now. Claws on rock.
Is there any way out?
No. You hear the claws on rock, armor scraping, wings beating, shrieks, snarls. The old war crowding around a single cradle of blood. And then you see the egg begin to split. The sound is wet and wrong. Cracks spiderweb across the shell. Great pieces of it peel backwards like flesh being torn from a wound. Thick ribbons of red-black fluid spill down its sides as something inside shifts. And then you see something or someone emerge. A red humanoid. Her form is terrible in its beauty, as though it's sculpted from blood, ruin, and impossible grace. Crimson veins glowing beneath her skin like molten script. Wings unfurl from her back, half formed of membrane and fluid light, catching the red glow of the pit-stained glass dipped in slaughter, and her eyes fix on you with perfect recognition. As she steps down from the shattered egg, you see the infernal and abyssal forces that are pursuing you shy and flee to the edges of this space. And she extends a hand towards you.
Does Elbereth have like his normal weapons on him and stuff like that?
Sure, yeah.
I guess at this point he's probably holding his battle axe or perhaps his maul, one of the two-handed weapons. He's gonna point it at her and ask very simply, who are you?
You will know soon enough. Invisible forces seize your body as you are dragged upward into the air, your hooves leaving the stone, your limbs locking as pressure crushes your chest. A terrible lightness begins to spread through you. Not relief, but thinning, as though you were being emptied. You feel your heartbeat stutter as something warm and essential is pulled out of you in unseen streams. Your vision blurs. The blood genosi's wings spread wider. You can feel it now. Your blood's leaving you. Your strength turning to haze, your body going cold from the inside out, as she drinks from the very thing that makes you living kin to those who came before you. And as she rises, the wind carries her wings. The hunters below become smaller as she carries you upward into the burning sky, held helpless in the grasp of her magic. And the last thing you see is her face drawing nearer, serene and ravenous, before the red of the backdrop and the black of unconsciousness fold together and swallow everything. And then you wake, facing yourself in the darkness, in a vast gray expanse surrounded by flames. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Yippee, 18.
You get to go. Go ahead and hit the long rest button, and you get to go first.
So this, Elberth is facing himself. Does it look like him, or is it like a shadow?
Oh, it looks like him. Yeah. It's a shadow version of him. Yeah.
Okay. Elberth will use rage, I guess.
All right.
And that means he rolls a 1d8 to see what happens.
Sweet.
Because of wild magic.
Wild magic barbarian.
Oh, it's a 3.
An intangible. Okay. Interesting. You want a flump or a pixie?
I want a pixie, but I don't think I'm within 30 feet of this thing.
No, you are not indeed next to this thing.
So, I guess,
You said a pixie,
Elberth
right?
will throw a hand axe at it. Well, yeah, will he? I'm like 40 feet from. Yeah, I'll throw a hand axe.
Do you want to get closer and then rage so you can put the pixie right next to him?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay. I think it's. I'll use a reckless attack as well, because I think at this range it's disadvantage.
For hand axe?
Yeah, to throw a hand axe. I think it's 20 feet is the normal range, but
Well,
60
I mean,
feet
you
is
can
long
get
range.
within 20 feet. Like, you can move forward and get within 20 feet.
He doesn't want to move forward.
Oh, well, you know. Okay, fine. Yeah.
He's just gonna throw the hand axe.
All right, flat roll. All right, that is
Eight.
a miss, but
Shit.
it got an 11 on its dex save. So does that succeed or fail?
The dex save is for the pixie.
Yes.
That is a DC 12.
All right, so it failed. Go ahead and roll damage. D6. So he takes 2 force damage, and the pixie explodes.
I guess Elberth moved 10 feet to get that pixie on him. I'm asking because I want to use the rest of my movement.
Yep.
Okay. Then he's going to move, probably He's gonna move 20 feet back.
Okay. All right. This thing is going to go ahead and move 30 feet forward, putting itself in range of to use the hand axe. Since you raged, it gets advantage. No, sorry, recklessly it gets advantage. It still misses. So now it's your turn.
Okay, then Elberth will take out his great axe, and he will run up and attack it with a reckless attack.
Okay. That's a hit.
21. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
No minimum damage, but it does 6 plus 2, I think.
Yep. 6 plus 2. All right.
And then he'll use his bonus action of the hoof punch.
You get advantage on that,
That
by the
was-
way, because you're recklessing.
Yeah. God.
That does hit.
Oh, okay. Easy.
Again, these things' AC is not the same as it was before. As you do additional
Because-
minimum damage again.
But it does 8 at least.
8?
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
8
Okay.
with the rage bonus.
Alright, well, it's going to try to slash at you with the great axe since it gets advantage. You're raging. It misses. And then it'll try to also hoof you.
It can only hoof if it moves 30 feet.
Oh, never mind. I lied. It's not going to do that. Alright, well, now it's your turn.
Elberth will attack with the great axe. Oh, wait, make that an advantage. Because it's a reckless attack.
Okay. That's a hit.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
shit. 16 plus
Yeah, no,
2.
like you and Alden just need to trade dice at some point, because. Okay.
So it does 18, and he'll reapply the pixie thing because it says until your rage ends, you can use this effect again, summoning another spirit on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Okay. It got well, it succeeds with a 24 this time.
Okay.
So it will try to hit you with the great axe at advantage since it has advantage. A 21 does hit
Yeah, it does.
for max damage, which is 17 slashing.
Is that with the minus 2?
Oh. So 17 divided in half. So yeah, you're taking 8.
Okay. And is that all?
Yeah, that's all it's doing.
Elberth will attack again with the great axe. Reckless attack.
That's a hit. Yeah, no, and this thing is just gonna go down.
Yippee! Easy.
And as it falls, you'll see the shadow dissipate into the darkness. As the darkness overtakes you, you fall asleep, and you gain a level up, and you get an attribute point that you can assign to any one of your attributes.
Ooh, okay.
And you're going to get a custom bonus feat. That's supplemental in addition to, and not, it's just, you're going to get it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Very nice.
Not really, but
Okay, well, who's next?
Can I go next?
Okay, right.
I've been itching to read that spoiler.
Hang on, I gotta use the restroom real quick, so be right back. Real quick.
Uh,
I'm just gonna switch over to the opening scene.
Alright.
okay.
I am afraid. What has he sent me?
Bro, Elbrith, your part in this was fantastic, dude. Amazing.
I was expecting Elbereth's dad to turn evil, not like turn into a monster, but I was expecting him to turn evil, sort of. I don't know. As soon as I saw what happened to you, I was like, oh fuck. There's only like 2 characters in Elbereth's backstory, unfortunately.
See, my goal with what was happening on my end was like, I know my backstory is the weirdest out of everyone's here. So I'm like, let me use it to kind of like scare everybody else. Or like, what could possibly be coming their way? Like, let me set the expectation high.
Oh,
That's why I had like Alden basically just kill everyone. Like,
Jesus.
oh, hi, dear brother. It's like, hey, and then great sword to the face.
If Elbereth really had to fight his dad, I think he would eventually like man up and do it, but not as a little baby centaur.
All right.
Just imagining imagining your backstory parent just immediately trying to kill you. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Uh,
So Tashik.
hello.
So the world slips away into cool desert air. The night stretches above you in perfect stillness, vast and sacred, untouched by clouds. The southern dunes roll in silver and shadow beneath the stars. Their curve soft as sleeping waves beneath the moonless sky. The wind is thin, gentle, carrying only the dry hush of sand shifting grain by grain, and the distant murmur of quiet voices behind you. You are younger here, not untested, but standing near the edge of wonder where reverence outweighs fear. And around you the rites of observation are underway. Sages and acolytes kneel or stand in stillness, heads tilted upward, hands clasped, eyes fixed upon the heavens with the solemn devotion of those who believe the stars do not merely shine, but speak. This is the hour you were taught to trust, the sky of promise, the vault of direction, the great firmament in which the astral dragons reveal themselves through constellation and light. And there they are, the constellations beginning to form. One line of... I can keep going if you don't have anything.
Tashik would be also in kneel in praise. His eyes glowing towards the glow of the starry skies as the stars begin to form the visage of his essentially god. And he waits.
Alright. One line of stars sharpens to the elegant sweep of a draconic neck. Another into wings vast enough to span heaven. Another into a crowned celestial silhouette, whose shape hums with purpose and ancient order. The patterns settle one after another into the sacred figures you were taught to recognize. Each one a piece of the great design, each one proof that the stars are not random, but arranged by a will beyond mortal reach. A hush moves through those who gathered. Someone weeps softly in awe, and for one breath, the sky is everything it was meant to be. And then you noticed something wrong. Not in the dragons themselves, but between them. At first, it's only an absence, a region where the stars seem dimmer, not extinguished, but strained, as though their light is being bent around something too vast to illuminate. Then one constellation shifts, not enough for others to notice, but enough that your stomach tightens. Another line of stars curves at an angle it shouldn't. Another vanishes for the briefest instant, as if blinked out by some unseen body crossing before it. The astral dragons remained outlined in the light, but now another shape begins to emerge around them. Larger. Far larger. Not formed of the stars, but revealed by what the stars cannot occupy. A vast serpentine silhouette sprawls across the heavens, outlined only by subtraction, by absence, by swallowed places where light should have been. Its body coils through the constellations like a wound through scripture. Its head is wrong in the way your mind refuses to settle on, too immense, too hollow, too much like a maw formed from the idea of ending. The dragon shapes of the heavens do not dispel it, they merely make its borders visible. And you can see that it is feeding. The stars nearest its outline begin to dim, and then disappear.
Tashik, out of fear, out of sheer denial, actually, I would say denial, would not believe that his faith, his point of view towards his God is faltering. He begins to pray harder and just whisper hymns, whisper anything, just to see if it would empower his God. And he observes the stars, seeing if anything happens.
A pressure builds
And as
behind.
these,
Go ahead. Sorry.
sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead. You were doing something. Keep going.
As I notice, as Tashik noticed, the silhouette of the darkness slowly overwhelmed the stars. His chest caves in this sickening realization. And then he continues to observe, waiting to see what happens then.
You get this idea that just seems to persist in your mind, that despite your doubts, there is something there, and that it always has been there. Pressure builds around your eyes, the sky suddenly feels too large, the night too open, the act of looking upward too intimate, and around you the sages and acolytes remain transfixed by the sacred constellations, unaware of that a greater outline now rides among them, vast enough to swallow every story you ever taught to trust. And one of the nearest acolytes whispers in reverence, "The Mikado watches." But the words land wrong, because what watches from the dark between the constellation is not guidance. It's a hunger, as the stars flicker. And for one terrifying moment, it seems as though the great shape turns, not fully, not physically, but in attention, towards you. And the voices behind you begin to change. Prayer becomes whispering, whispering becomes layered murmurs. And when you glance back, the gathered figures are no longer kneeling in devotion. Their shadows have stretched impossibly long across the dunes, and those shadows were rising, peeling up from the sand in crooked, starved shapes. The sages in attendance remain frozen beneath the sky, but their darkness tears loose from them and begins the move on its own.
Tashik would turn towards the sages and then face what seems to be the visage of this overwhelming presence. You're not my God. You're not. What have you done to him? To the Mikado?
Who
Who are you?
You looked too long. You saw what should remain between. The heavens do not want you. The stars are ours to consume.
No, I do not believe that. I do not believe your blasted propaganda.
The sky above continues to dim at the edges of that impossible shape. as these now shadow forms lurch forward across the sand, reaching for you with clawed limbs made from darkness and absence.
Tashik gets up, although he is a child, stands at ready to fight this heretical figure. My God knows. My God knows what's right, what's divine, and you are no divine being. You're unholy. You only represent darkness. You represent evil. You represent death, nihilism. What do you want from me?
We want you to feed us.
Tashika's gonna try to cast a starry wisp, trying to muster the power of his god, his radiant powers, to expel this being, to overpower the darkness with his radiant holy magics.
Okay. And as you cast this starry wisp, you see that the shadows are consumed by the light. But as each one falls, that is hit by your starry wisps, they appear again. And as you start to attack, they begin to rush towards you to also attack.
I brace. I wait.
Well, as they fall upon you, they'll scratch, bite, claw, pull at you, unless you're fighting back.
Tashika's gonna go and try to muster more power. And in this sheer moment of questioning of this dark visage fighting, as he fights this dark visage in front of him, he's gonna concentrate more and more. He's gonna start reciting more of the holy hymns that his tribe sang during his rites.
Alright. And you're able to summon the
he's
power
gonna-
freely.
Oh. He's gonna attempt to imbue his starry form, trying to manifest the power of the astral dragons, the Mikado, entirely into his being. I know that you're trying to just change my mind. I know what is right. I know that nihilism will not take over my faith. I will not feed you. I will not let you satiate your hunger. I will always side with the Mikado. And I know he still lives. I know he will always be eternal. And you are nothing more.
He will be
than an illusion.
consumed like the rest. And they will continue to attack.
He's gonna try to cast Moonbeam at this being. Is this the thing that you sent me in my DM?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying that so
Uh-oh.
each of the different sages and whatnot, these are the people who are attacking you. The darkened versions of
Oh.
the sages. You're not gonna see it yet. Don't worry, that's coming still. Don't worry. Anyway,
No.
so as you're fighting these guys, time dilation occurs, and you feel like you're fighting them for what feels like forever. And eventually, the subjective viewpoint here is that you feel like you've been fighting them for at least 8 or 9 months. And then, as you stand amidst the fallen shadows, you blink and you find yourself with your companions. You stand near the broken face of a mountain fragment, half buried in earth and scree, as though some giant hand tore it free ages ago and left it to rot where it landed. Strange fissures run through its surface, jagged and dark, and from within them leaks a dull purple aura that stains the air around it. It feels abyssal at first glance, sour and invasive, hateful in the way abyssal corruption often is. But that is only the first lie. The wind dies, and a low hum begins beneath the stone, not like chanting and not like breath, but like pressure forcing itself through a reality too thin to bear it. The cracks in this fragment widen. A black reddish ichor seeps from them in sluggish threads, moving not downhill but outward with a deliberate hunger. And where it touches the ground, it leaves spiraled brands that pulse faintly before sinking into the earth. And someone near you mutters, that's not right. And then something climbs out. It emerges like ink spilled that's now resisting gravity. At first, it's only a silhouette, towering and incomplete, stitched from the nightmare overlap of abyss and something older, stranger, and less natural. 3 elongated legs strike the ground in silence, each bent in impossible joints, and ending in clawed, hoof-like points that pierce stone without sound. The torso is twisted sideways, as though a greater thing was folded violently into the rough suggestion of a body and never quite fit. Limbs phase in and out of being, arm, wing, tendril. Thick black-red ichor drips from its seams, crawling toward the living as if eager to rejoin warmer blood. Its head bears no face, only a vertical split. A wound where identity should be. And now go ahead and open up that image.
No. Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
Its head bears no face. Oh, I already said that. Hang on. From that split spills whispering and layered voices, familiar voices, trusted voices, voices that know where your faith is tenderest. And then another one of these creatures and abominations emerges, and then another. The mountain fragment shudders as more of them pull themselves free, each one trailing living blood ichor, each one marked with pulsing crimson runes glowing within the slit where their face should be. They do not rush at first. They advance with the dreadful certainty of things that already know where fear will drive you. One of them speaks in a voice that sounds like a revered elder from your order. The Mikado never answered. You charted emptiness and named it holy.
You're lying. You're lying. You are not. It's all lies. That is all lies. You're trying this. You're trying to change my mind. You're trying to deceive me. You're a heretic, and you're a heretic. And then immediately he fires a starry wisp.
As it hits the first one, you'll hear more of them speak. The heavens were silent, so something else spoke. You mistook hunger for revelation.
You're wrong. We listened to the stars. We heard its song. We heard its message. You're lying. You're deceiving me.
Then they
shows.
Go ahead.
Shows the truth.
They lunge forward to strike. They move in jerking, broken bursts, vanishing from one place only to lurch to another as if reality itself cannot decide where they are. Their ichor lashes out, crawling across armor and skin, leaving spiraled marks that pulse as though alive. Their whispers filled the air, seeping beneath thought, turning certainty soft at the edges. One of your companions cries out as a black-red fluid takes hold. Another staggers back, clutching their head, and a third lashes wildly at Shadow that was not there a moment before. The corruption spreads. To cut the creatures down before the roots root too deep, you try to hold the line. But with every moment the mountain fragment pulses, the lies multiply. One ally turns to you, his eyes wrong, voice trembling in between their own and something else. You led us here. You said the stars would show a path, but what if the Mikado is just another mouth? And you'll see your ally raise his weapon towards you.
I'm gonna go make a wisdom saving. Once. It does not. I think he's gonna falter. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're a lie. A means to deceive the weak, but I am not weak. I know the beautiful melody of the stars, of its real meaning. The Mikado does not hunger, does not lie, but only speaks in truths. I know this, for my power still exists, and you're just trying to once again deceive me. And then immediately, without any hesitation, he's gonna cast Guiding Bolt. I will let my body, my vessel, and let the Mikado take over. Oh, Mikado, guide myself, guide my soul, guide me, and show me the path.
And as you attack all the corrupted beings of your allies, as well as these creatures and abominations, you'll hear additional voices. He is not guiding you. He is being devoured.
Gotta make another wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
It's gonna falter a little. Is a little bit of waning. And as one of the as the shadow attacks him, he's gonna take a hit. As he starts questioning, why do they ask the stars? Why do he seeks answers to the stars?
And as this battle carries on, I'm assuming you continue to fight?
Yes, I do. But a little
Less heartedly?
he's less heartedly, because he's not questioning.
So, as time passes and continues, of you striking down your allies, now corrupted by these things, you lose sense of time between doubt and the bloodshed. And you blink, you find yourself standing amongst the stars. You stand upon no ground at all, yet you do not fall. The astral plane around you stretches in impossible stillness, not empty, but vast beyond any mortal notion of distance. Silver blue light spills across an endless sea that does not wander, yet somehow behaves like it. Its surface smooth as glass until thought, memory, or movement ripples through it in waves of gleaming meaning. The constellations drift above and below alike, as though the heavens have unfolded in every direction at once. In the far distance, stellar bodies turn in silence like lanterns hung in the bones of creation. And before you at last is the Mikado. It is more beautiful than the doctrine has ever managed to say. A dragon vast enough to humble language drifts above the astral waters, its scales lit from within like forged constellations, every movement trailing ribbons of starfire across the sea below. Majesty radiates from it not like force, but like truth finally seen. Ancient, watchful, purpose woven into living form. To stand before it is to feel for one impossible heartbeat, and that all the scattered signs and prayers and stories we're leading somewhere is real. You have found him, or he has found you.
He kneels in reverie and a little bit of regret for faltering a little, but his faith stays strong. And seeing his visage, his faith, his belief towards his God grew stronger. You're real. No, you've always been real. Why have you shown your visage towards me?
The
Am I
Mikado,
deemed worthy?
yeah, the Mikado lowers its great head, and the astral sea around you answers in widening rings of silver light. A voice begins, not quite spoken, not quite sung, but impressed directly into the fabric of thought. Navigator. But the phrase never finishes, as the stars behind the Mikado go dark. Not all at once, but in a spreading wound. A shadow larger than any constellation tears through the heavens from beyond sight, outlined not by presence, but by the death of light around it. One moment the stars are all there, the next, the whole clusters vanish into a shape too vast for the mind to hold all at once. The silver glow of the astral plane falters, and the sea below recoils, as if meaning itself has been struck. And then it hits. Hiturima. You do not know the name, but your soul does. The null worm crashes into the Mikado with the force of a collapsed heaven. A vast writhing body defined by void, hunger, and ruin of all forms. Its outline a contradiction made flesh, serpentine and impossible, star-devouring and depthless. Something something from beyond creation forced into a draconic shape only because lesser minds require a shape to fear. And where it moves, light fails. Where it opens its maw, the astral sea folds inward, as though the world is trying to keep itself from being consumed, as the Mikado is driven downward into the astral waters before you. The sea erupting in towering spirals of silver-black darkness. Waves crash not with water, but with broken meaning. Visions, memories, symbols, sacred impressions, all torn loose and dragged into a whirlpool of unmaking. The calm radiance of the plane curdles into something fathomless, and the depths darken, and then darken further. And then the Mikado rises again, but wrong. Its shape emerges from the churning sea, contorted by the touch of Hiturima, the once majestic stellar dragon bent into an abomination of swallowed light and collapsing form. Constellations flicker and die beneath its scales. Its wings drag shadows where radiance should pour. Its eyes are no longer luminous, but hollow wells in which no star has ever burned. The sea parts around it not in reverence, but in retreat. It coils above and behind it, vast as death, as vast as the death of heaven, not separate from the scene now so much as embedded within it. As if this worm has wrapped itself around the revelation, squeezed until only corruption remains. And this twisted Mikado opens its jaws. No light gathers, no fire gathers, only a breath of non-existence. And when it comes, it is not heat nor cold, nor force as mortals know it. It is the unmaking of relation, the swallowing of symbol, the severing of meaning from form. The breath crosses the astral waters, and everything it touches dims into incomprehension. The stars become points without pattern, and the sea beneath your feet forgets it is holding you. Darkness surges across the plain toward you. As you try to move, there is nowhere left to navigate. Language thins and tears apart in your throat, and the last thing you see is this contorted form of the Mikado framed against the vast void body of the void worm above it. One devoured into the image of the other, before the breath of non-existence overtakes you, and the remaining meaning is swallowed whole. And then you wake, and you find yourself amongst the gray expanse, facing once again your shadow form. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright.
And let me get
So
you
nine.
the image of, Hiturima.
Oh God, no. This ain't good.
Okay, well, we're starting combat. Let me get over to your character sheet. I can close Elbereth's. It's immediately going to try to cast Starry Wisp at you. Also, go ahead and use, hit the long rest button, as it does 7 necrotic damage to you.
7 necrotic damage. Copy that. After seeing the horrific nightmare, he's gonna look at his hands. He's gonna look at his inner self. Does he still feel the power of the Mikado
Oh, yeah.
coursing through his soul?
Yeah. It's not gone.
And feeling that, he will immediately enter his starry form. In silence, with another new, deeper meaning. Immediately, I'm gonna cast not guiding bolt, but moonbeam at this creature.
Okay. I'm guessing that's a save?
I believe it's a dexterity saving throw. Let me just double check.
It got a
Casting
16.
now. It is not a. Where is it? It's a Constitution saving throw, and the DC is 14.
Okay, it got a 12 then.
Okay, so it takes 5 radiant damage, and since I cast a spell from his hands, he's gonna cast Guiding Bolt as a bonus action.
Okay.
I believe this is one of the things. Not Guiding Bolt, but a Luminous Arrow from his fingertips. Knowing that he still has the power of the Mikado, he is now empowered with a new meaning, a new goal, and that is to save his god. Let's go with this. 15.
That is a hit.
It takes 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then he's immediately moving further away. Right
Okay.
here.
It's going to
Keeping
step...
distance.
Yeah, alright. And so on its turn, it's going to step out of the moonbeam, because, it doesn't want to stand in the moonbeam. It's going to attempt... Actually, how mean do I want to be? Do I want to do cast Guiding Bolt here? That would be kind of mean. It's just going to cast Starry Wisp again. Your AC is pretty low, so... yeah, that's going to hit. As it does 1 necrotic damage.
I'll take it.
Let's see if I would have hit the Guiding Bolt. Yeah, I would have hit the guiding bolt. Would it have killed you? It would have only done
Yeah.
7. It would have only done 7.
Let's cast guiding bolt on it. 22.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
18 radiant damage.
Oh yeah, no, you just blast the thing apart.
I think with this new revelation, this new goal, he's now on the war path against the void, the shadow.
All right.
And then he whispers in prayer, Mikado, I will save you. I will grant you a proper rest. If not, bring you back to your proper splendor. And it would end his turn.
All right. Well, with that, the darkness overtakes you as you see your shadow version fade away. You get your level up and your attribute point. And then I'll be sending you a custom feat before too long.
Oh God, no! I just saw what you sent me. Oh man. Why don't you go the route of space clearer? Fuck.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go next?
Layroth can go.
Okay. All right. I gotta scroll up. So you're actually. Oh, hang on. Is this it? No. Is it this one? Okay. Here we go. Actually, I found you. Okay. So, Layroth. The world blurs and settles into firelight and old road mud. You're younger here. The night is cool, but it's not cold. The air carries a scent of damp earth and wet leather, wood smoke. Pack animals long since moved farther down the trail. A small camp sits half hidden in the trees, arranged with a kind of care that pretends not to be military, but absolutely is. Bed rolls close to the fire, supplies stacked where they can be lifted fast. Weapons never quite out of reach. You see some familiar faces in the dim. Old associates, couriers, trail hands, smugglers. The kind of people who spoke little, worked efficiently, and never asked questions unless the answer kept them alive. It feels, for one fragile moment, like this is a memory. One of them crouches near a fire, sharpening a blade with slow, steady strokes. Another checks a map. The third stares into the dark between the trees rather than at the camp itself. Nobody is relaxed. And at the time, you remember thinking that was just the work, just the road, just the cost of moving where honest people fared to tread. And someone speaks. Keep to the marked way. No shortcuts, no cleverness tonight. And you'll see someone look over at you. You know, if we deviate, there's always someone after us. And you'll hear the fire pop. You look around the camp. Small details begin to turn wrong. A route marker you remember carving sits by the fire. But the notch is reversed. A crate near the pack shifts. Just slightly. And from the inside the muffled sound of breathing. Not cargo. Someone. Someone trying very hard not to make a sound.
So this feels familiar to Layroth.
Mm-hmm. You were given your backstory, right? Because I know I got it from Hazafrath. I just want to make sure that you got it too.
No worries. Yeah, I got it. So at hearing this breathing, Layroth's heart sinks, stomach churns. And kind of, mutters to himself, no, this isn't right. Shouldn't be back here. But he's compelled. He's drawn towards the box. He doesn't want to approach it, but he just can't help himself. So he approaches to investigate this crate.
Okay. One of the old crew notices what you're doing, and he sighs through his nose as though he's disappointed. You were never meant to look too closely, because you always ask the wrong questions. They all stand and calmly, efficiently walk towards you with weapons in hand. Not like friends betrayed, but like workers carrying out a step in the process.
Layroth kind of stumbles back and squares his shoulders with them. This isn't right.
It's not a matter
It's
of
not.
right. It doesn't really matter. If you deviate, he notices.
Who notices?
He always notices.
Layroth draws his sword. No one will notice. Layroth kind of aims his sword towards these figures, these people. I don't have to. And you can't make me. I'm sick of this.
You can run if you
I've
like,
been sick of this.
but you should have kept to the route.
Will you stop me if I leave?
It doesn't matter if we stop you. You'll always be found.
Layroth looks back to the crate. The feeling of his stomach churning continues, and he drops his sword and runs.
As you run, you get the feeling that off in the darkness, between the trees, and the pale moonlight that scatters onto the path like a kaleidoscope, there's someone or something watching you.
Layroth continues to run, tries to weave between trees and foliage to lose this person that's watching him, to get away. He starts dropping equipment he's carrying to lose burden and move swifter. Just loses vision in a sense. He gets tunnel vision and just is pumping his legs through the woods.
As you continue through, you begin to hear sounds that seem unnatural to the forest, as though boots crunch on twigs, but when you look, there's nobody there. As you turn about and run into the night, the feeling that something is watching you just never goes away. Something is pursuing you that is so close behind. It's always there.
Layroth, after running for some time, and he grows weary, and he stops and he turns and he shouts into the darkness. Why? Why can't you just let me leave? This isn't what I wanted. I was just trying to survive.
You feel a hand grip your shoulder,
tenses at this sensation and reaches up to grasp at it. Please. I know that there's nothing I can do.
What are you
Fix
talking
this.
about?
About. Is this hand? Is it? What direction is it?
It's coming from
Grab.
behind you. Yeah, that's great. It's like, from behind you.
Oh, okay. So, Layroth turns.
You see the night fade into, it just suddenly brightens. The sound returns in pieces. Boots through leaf litter, the creak of leather straps. Hazafrath is gripping your shoulder. What are you on about?
Hazafrath.
And here I thought I was the drunk one.
What are you doing here? We're not.
Well, we're traveling. You seem to be talking to
What?
this wall over here.
Layroth is shaking and is confused, and he just stares at Hazafrath with mistrust in his eyes. He doesn't trust Hazafrath. Doesn't trust him being there. He doesn't understand why he's there and why he, at this point, Layroth feels that Hazafrath has been the one following him, watching him.
Well, whatever it is you're doing, let's finish it up and keep moving.
Layroth shakes off does his best to shake off whatever just happened and kind of brushes Hazafrath off. Says, "Fine, lead the way." Still is weary of Hazafrath.
You seem to be standing once more amongst your current allies, moving through the dense woodland beneath an oppressive canopy of branches that drink the light before it ever reaches the ground. This forest is alive, but it's not kindly so. Roots twist up through the earth like grasping fingers, moss hangs heavy from old bark. The trail beneath your feet is narrow and uneven, and always threatening to disappear if you look away from it for too long. This is the kind of place where sound travels strangely and distance can't be trusted. And at first, everything seems normal. Then you see the first sign. A branch at shoulder height, snapped clean and tied with a thin strip of crimson thread. No one but you seems to notice it.
Layroth reaches out to grab the branch and pull at the thread.
You know from this that someone has read this road, and someone is reading it now.
Layroth, can you investigate?
Sure.
Look for other signs of.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll investigation. Well, I mean, I'll just go with your
See,
passive investigation. It's fine. So farther ahead, you find another marker, subtle, almost invisible unless you know exactly what to look for. Stone turned the wrong way, a cut in the bark too smooth to be chance, feather pinned beneath a root. Trail language. The kind that tells certain eyes that movement has been seen, measured, and passed along.
Layroth's first instinct is to turn around and go the opposite way to
Hey, Leroth, where are you going? What is it?
it's I don't want to be here. I think we should maybe look at a different route.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
It's just feeling I have. The trees there don't feel kind here. They carry the weight of something. Layroth will just justifying his feelings of wanting to leave without confronting what the real reason is.
You see shapes begin to move between the trees. Not fully visible, never where your eyes first land. Always just beyond the place where certainty lives. See a shadow behind a trunk, a flicker of metal, the sense of bodies holding position in the undergrowth. Watching and waiting.
Layroth stops and he thinks. And he turns to Hazafrath. And he asks him, is it possible for a man, elf, or whoever else to take back what they've done?
I don't believe it's too late. Why? What exactly did you bring with you? And as Hazafrath says this, it's almost like a signal. The ambush starts. Figures drop from the brush and rush the party in a storm of blades and crossbow bolts and distant violence. No shouted bravado, no chaos, just practiced and targeted assault. The kind meant to disable fast and end faster.
Layroth hesitates, thinking for a moment that perhaps that this is what he deserves. That he hasn't been running from what he's done. He's been running from the consequences, from the justice that he deserves. But he looks over at Hazafrath and at the other party members, Ithaqua and Tashik, and thinks about this new path that he's been forging. He draws his sword to confront the ambush.
And as you engage in battle, it seems as though you are making progress. But each one of your companions fall, one by one. And when you're finally facing down against your final enemy, who says, "You could never escape him, could you?"
Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't about escaping. Maybe I already have escaped. Layroth plunges forward.
Alright. And as you strike down the final assailant, it seems as though silence fills the air for a little while. And then,
Layroth,
after this awful stillness, you begin to see movement from your allies.
Layroth drops his sword once again and rushes over to the nearest party member.
You
to
see,
check him.
you see their forms darken at the edges, shadows pouring out of them until they stand as warped versions of themselves, not dead, not living, but shaped by an accusation in memory. Their eyes in empty hollows fixed only on you, and they begin to speak. You brought him to us. We might have been free if you hadn't drawn him here. You don't leave things behind, you lead them onward.
I'm sorry I made a mistake. I didn't know what else to do. Well, the work they had me doing, I knew it was wrong. I lied to myself. And I realize now, I've learned from all of you that we all face things.
You see them stand and reclaim their weapons.
Layroth stumbles back at this. Please, it's not. I didn't mean for this. I was trying my best, and I'm trying to change, but I realize now that running was not the right answer, and
There's always someone after us if we deviate. And you always deviate. He's already behind you. And they all rush at you with weapons in hand.
Layroth stands up. He holds his hands out to the sides and says, "Fine. This is what I deserve. I will not run. I will not run again." And he just lets them charge at him.
Each strike they make is never deep enough to kill you, but it's always deep enough to wound. Pain and agony are what you endure for the next good while, unless you fight back.
Layroth is sobbing at this, and for at first this is what he feels like he deserves, but then something at some point is it shifts inside him, and he says, no, this is not what I deserve. I've worked so hard to undo, to strive for better. And he at the next strike that's coming in towards him, he pushes it away. He puts his hands up to deflect it, and he draws. Well, he dives for his sword that he left on the ground.
Alright. And as you begin to fight back, you note that your allies begin to fall easily, but they come back just a little bit away. And now you start cutting down your allies. As time dilates again, you feel like you are fighting your allies for what feels like months. And as you swing down for the final time, you find yourself pointing your sword down the mouth of a passage cut into black stone, half natural and half worked by deliberate hands. The air is cool here, dry and stale, with the faint smell of ink, dust, old leather, and something metallic beneath it all. The smell like the smell left behind when blood has long since been scrubbed away because the work needed doing again tomorrow. A hidden place. A root nexus. A depot meant to never be found unless someone wanted it found.
Layroth feeds forward and reaches out his hand to touch the walls.
It's smooth to the touch. You note it goes inward. You can see torchlight further in.
Layroth shuffles towards the torchlight, dazed.
As you move inward, the corridor opens into a broad underground chamber lined with shelves, tables, and hanging maps. Route markers, ledgers, transit seals, wax-stamped packets, crates marked with symbols you know and others you don't. Some shelves are full of rolled charts, all tied with crimson cords. Others seem to hold personal items, cataloged with chilling neatness, rings, lockets, knife sheaths. Proof. This is proof. And for the first time, it feels as though you've reached something real, something central, something hidden enough to matter. But this room is too quiet. There's no guards. There's no scramble, no sign of a retreat. Just a lantern burning steadily over over an open ledger, and beside it stands a man.
Who are you? Why have you been following me?
He does not turn sharply to look at you. He does not reach for a weapon. He doesn't seem to be concerned at all. He simply finishes the line that he is writing, and closes the ledger with one gloved hand, and lifts his eyes to you with a calm acknowledgement of a host whose expected guest has arrived at the appointed hour. There doesn't seem to be anything theatrical about him. No crown, no grandeur, no visible madness, just control. His poise is sharpened into something merciless, the kind of man who spent a lifetime learning how people move when they are frightened, desperate, greedy, hopeful. And for one terrible instant, you understand that the room is not abandoned. It is prepared. And he studies you. Not with hatred, but mild professional interest, as though checking whether a parcel arrived damaged in transit. You did better than most. His voice is level, cultured. Longer roads, smarter turns, a few improvised choices I almost admired.
Layroth is glaring at him. What are you talking about? Why won't you answer me?
Because when you deviate, I come. See, behind him, pinned across one wall, is a vast web of maps and route lines stretching across regions, forests, borders, ruins, mountain passes. Some are marked with the names of people, some with symbols, some only with dates and amounts. And some of the red lines end where you are standing.
Deviate from what?
You thought you were escaping. He smiles faintly. No, you were always routing. Every hasty departure, every hidden trail, every narrow survival, every moment you believed instinct had preserved you. It always ended here.
This bin? Where is here?
Here is your end. There's always someone after those who deviate. That much is true. Your old associates understood it better than you did.
You mean to kill me?
They told me to collect you.
Collect. Who told you this?
The Crimson Ledger. I suppose you should know. But, however, you gave an excellent chase, but you've become boring. And you've lost your usefulness.
Layroth marches towards him and reaches out to grab him. The spark of anger inside of him.
As you get close enough, you feel... Well, you begin to fall before you even feel it. Your head strikes the ground as you realize he's punched you. With a force of magnitude you couldn't fathom.
Layroth is looking up at him. Then do it. If you're going to kill me, then do it. Because I will not run. Not from you. Not from anyone else.
Don't you see? You're already dead.
Dead?
The Route Master kneels just enough to remain in your view as your sight begins to dim. And to your left, you see your body separated. You try to rise, but you cannot. And in those fading, terrible seconds, the final horror takes shape. There's no justice here. There's no revelation. You're just in a storage room in stillness, becoming one more item processed by a machine that has already measured your worth and found the number wanting. And as your consciousness slips away, you understand with certainty that you are not leaving this place ever again. And the dark closes over you like a shut ledger. And as you open your eyes, you find yourself in a gray expanse, faced against your shadow. Go ahead and roll initiative. Alright, you're up first. Go ahead and roll. Hit that long rest button. Okay. And you're up first.
Right. Layroth, it has a newfound fire burning in his belly. He does not hesitate to... Well, actually, he'll use Hunter's Mark.
Okay. No resistances. No immunities. No vulnerabilities. Well, you gotta hit him first, but yes.
Sure, yeah. Well, hopefully I get the same roll.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, so 5 damage, 5 force damage, plus whatever your normal damage is.
Normal damage?
Yeah. So your longbow damage. Plus, also, don't forget your Dreadful Strike. If you want to use your Dreadful Strike.
Yeah, please. So that's 2d6.
Yeah. So what you'll do is you'll hit the just click on that damage button there for it.
Oh, okay.
You can use it once per turn, which yeah, that's crazy damage. Okay.
That's that newfound fire burning.
Boom. All right, it's gonna try to strike you back. It's gonna miss.
Layroth will begin to approach. Not closing the full distance, but just marching forward, and will fire another arrow.
Yeah, that's a hit. Oh yeah, no, it's down.
Wow.
It just dies. Yeah, so 13 plus 10 plus 14. Yeah, no, it's dead.
This is the
Man.
new era of Layroth.
Really good rolls. Really good rolls. So, as it falls, you'll see it dissipate into the darkness, and then you'll see the flames around you dim. And I don't know why I keep deleting it. I'm not trying. I need to not delete it because there's still one more person. But eventually, the darkness claims you. As you level up, it will get you your special feat, and you get an attribute point to apply however you choose.
Awesome, thank you.
And go ahead and hit the long rest button again. Everyone needs to hit that long rest button again after they're done with this. Okay. Ithaquah.
It's your turn, buddy. Time to get to a traumatic event, buddy.
Are we even have time for it? It's almost like 1 in the morning for me.
Do you?
shit.
If we can stop and come back to get this again here, if you want.
Yeah, because it's just getting a little late on my.
All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end there. Thanks for sticking through it, and even though these particular scenes this is always the longest episode for any campaign, just because of how personal it is. But yeah, so do we want to do some quick stars and wishes?
Marquee Gaming, thank you for the raid of 28.
Oh, did we get what?
We got raided with 28
We got raided.
people. Oh,
Hey,
thanks.
thanks, guys. At the very end of the session, I didn't realize. Now I feel like you got to give him a show. Are you willing to do it, Ithaquah?
I can't, man. I'm getting
Okay.
a little.
Well, I know you're good. You're good. Let's do some stars and wishes. Thanks for the raid, guys. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Oh man, I didn't realize you guys had jumped in. Yeah, right at the end. It was a really good game. It was lots of trauma. It was fantastic. So anyway, quick stars and wishes. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I understand. I guess we'll start with Tashik, and we'll go around. So Tashik.
I have a long list of goals now.
What
Right
you
now,
got a long list of goals?
I went from looking at tourist spots to now killing a god. Great. Alright. Wishes. I'm gonna need a bigger weapon.
I'm gonna need a bigger gun. Okay, Ithaquah, do you have anything you want to say, or do you want to? Are you willing to wait for next session and have your special moment?
Yeah, I'm willing to wait next session. But in terms of, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had a bag of popcorn. Some of your guys' roleplay was pretty damn good.
Good. All right, Layroth.
Yeah, star. Well, a big star is just everyone having their chance to shine. It was nice.
I really wish you guys had a chance to see half his Hazafrats. His was phenomenal. It was
Well, you'll have to tell us all
fantastic.
about it.
So
Yeah. Can you post in chat what I've seen?
Sure.
Just to see, just
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah,
Just
I'm
to
curious.
Yeah, so
the
if-
scale of what I'm doing. You know, I did say to Warden that I just wanted to go to tourist spots, you know, collect data. I guess I'm killing a god now.
All right,
But go on, Leroy.
Laroth, wishes?
Wishes to recover from this and have Layrock come back stronger than ever.
Okay, awesome. Alden, if you're still here.
No, I'm still here. Don't worry.
Okay.
I just had myself muted because I didn't want to interrupt anyone. Sorry for my section being the most boring and being the only person who lost to their shadow. Thanks, RNGesus. I appreciate it.
Don't worry, you will have a chance to get your attribute point in your custom feat. You just gotta beat your shadow.
Hey,
You
if
gotta
RNGesus
use the
lets me-
power of friendship, man.
I loved the story. It was awesome. I didn't know when to talk or to shut my fucking mouth. And yeah, sorry for my section probably being the most boring. I just didn't know what to react or how to react. So I kind of just like went with the first thing that popped into my head, which was violence. So yeah. In terms of wishes, I can't really complain. Because I feel like we've hit like a nice tempo. And I just want us to continue. That's all it is. My wish is that I see you all here next session.
Okay. And then Elbrith.
For my stars, I really liked seeing elements of everybody's backstories, even though they were sort of messed up and stuff. That was really cool, like flavorful. In terms of wishes, I don't have anything in particular. I guess since we're going to level 4 and like getting a feat, it would be really cool. I'm thinking of going for like Polon Master and then buying a glaive. I don't know. That's like the only immediate wish that I have in my mind right now.
We'll fund that glaive for that glaive money.
Also, you probably gotta go check in on your dad at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, you're okay, right?
Dad. Yo, what's with your dad? That was scary.
No, the fact that his
Okay,
dad's
so-
skull was right there at the end with the big giant egg.
Yeah, what's up with the egg? What's with the egg? Oh my god.
I have
So-
no idea. That's not in Elberth's backstory, so it's something new.
But anyway, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys forward to a different Twitch stream that is currently doing stuff. So let's go with somewhere we're following. We're gonna go ahead and go to see Dungeons and Dragons. We're gonna go send you guys forward to Orc Skull. They're doing some Drafe Tales session 51, open heart surgery. So please check them out. Please stick around for them. Thank you for the raid, Marquee Gaming. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, even though it was just for Stars and Wishes at the very end of everything. For those of you that joined us throughout the session, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Okay, wait, quick question.
Oh.
So, to the players, whose backstory did you like the most? Like, which one of the sections that we went through did you guys like the most?
I think
Alright,
I liked Tashik's the most.
That's right. Oh,
I liked
he's
Ithaqua's.
like this guy says he makes julienne fries.
Oh.
Sorry, I meant Leroth. I keep getting the two confused with each other for some reason.
We're both the like sneaky characters. In the
Hey,
group.
one's in the weed.
Yeah.
Thank you for the raid.
The sneaky type.
Yo, yo, yo.
Sneaky beaky.
Okay.
Like.
Exactly, so what about everybody else?
So if I'm ranking it, it's Layroth, and then Elbrith, and then yours. I haven't heard Ithaqua's. So
Yeah, we haven't seen
It-
Ithaca,
it
and we
may-
haven't. Go ahead.
I want to hear what his